Hey, hi, how are you? What's going on? Welcome back to Nails by Sora. I'm going to try to get through this one quickly because I have to get to bed. Today was a long day. I am exhausted, but I am getting quite behind on doing the overdubs for these videos. So I wanted to get one done tonight, and this is the one that's next for upload, so I figured, why not? St. Patty's Day is coming up, of course, so I wanted to do a few accent nail ideas, and the first one is just a green plaid design with different shades of green, some gold, black and white for accent. I don't know why, but I don't feel like a nail is complete, or at least a plaid nail, unless there is some white and black. I think it just makes the color pop even more, because then it's just various shades, tones of the same color, and it kind of makes it look monotone and I guess faded out to a certain extent, if that's the right way of describing it. But I think I went a little hog wild with this plaid. It's kind of very busy plaid. But ultimately, I do like the way it came out. The first color took a little bit for me to lay down to get the opacity where I wanted it. I think it's somewhat of a transparent color, so I had to keep going over the lines. And I started out using a plaid brush, but then I switched just to my long liner because I felt I was getting, it was getting more of a pigmented effect from the long liner than with the plaid brush, because it was, I guess, pulling off the color as much as it was laying it down. So it was just easier for me to switch to the long liner. And yeah, so basically the process is I lay down the lines in one direction, I do a full cure, and then I go and lay in the lines in a overlapping direction. So I generally start, I don't know why, I generally start going vertically up or down the nail, and then I go horizontally. But whatever works best for you, that's what works best for you. And if you want to get a true plaid, the best way is to make sure you have a good combination of thick and thin lines, because that's what a true plaid is. And I'm just going to do some cleanup, I think, because I had some bleeding. And yeah, so I used a few different shades of green. I went in with the black and white, like I said, and then I put in some gold just to have it, really pop and give it a little something extra. So going on to the second nail now, I'm using Keep Palm, which is kind of a more muted light green, kind of similar to Pistachio, which I really like, but Pistachio I think is a bit more bright, whereas Keep Palm is, I guess, lending more towards khaki. It has a bit more brown in it. So I'm using that as the base color, and then I'm going to go in and do a free edge accent of a 4-leaf clover. And originally I wanted to try to make it look like a French tip, but I ended up leaving some negative space at the free edge to really complete the look of the 4-leaf clover. And I put in the stem and then put a little gem in the center to kind of just finish off the look. Now, the easiest way that I found to do a 4-leaf clover or a clover at all is to kind of start out like you would with creating a heart. And basically the shapes of the leaves are hearts, or with softened edges. So I put down 2 dots with my dotting tool side by side and then connected them into the point at the bottom. I dragged the gel paint in together at the top to form the, I wouldn't call it an apex, but I guess the top of the heart or one of the leaves, and then just made sure that they all connected in the center. I did go in here with a little bit of green to kind of accent those individual petals or leaves so that it didn't look just like a white blob in the center of the nail. I wanted to really delineate those sections of the clover. And then I think I just used some gel polish. I don't think I pulled out my gem glue. For the little rhinestones, I think it's easy just to put it in as when you're base coating, you can just drop the gem into the, oh, yeah, I did go in with, I thought that it was a little lackluster with just the flat color and the 4-leaf clover. So I went in with, I have matte top coats that are glittery, and so I went in and I overlaid that to give it a little bit of a shimmer. Then I laid the gem into the center of that coating, cured it, and then went over it with more base coat and then top coat. Now when you're putting your base coat or your top coat down after you've put gems and jewels on the nail, you want to make sure that you don't polish over the gems, because that's going to kind of soften the facets of the gem, make it look a little bit bloated, and kind of you'll lose kind of that shimmer and shine. So just make sure that you polish around it, push the gel up around the edging of it so that it really locks it in there, and then you'll do a full cure. So for this next nail, I am doing a horseshoe, and similar to the last nail, I'm having it kind of come down to the free edge of the nail. I'm starting off with some gold glitter. I think it's a Vivid Glam dip powder, but I'm not sure what the name of it is right now. I will put all the information for the products that I used in the description box below. And while I am talking about below, I might as well say, if you have any comments or questions, please put them down in the comment section below. And while you're at it, please give me a like and hit that subscribe button. I'm currently stuck at 304 followers. I love all of you so very much, but I want more. So if you are so inclined, please give me a follow. You could always change your mind later. I hope you don't, but it's a possibility. You might decide you don't want to follow me anymore. But first you have to decide to follow me in the first place. So smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so that you're always alerted as to when new videos are available. And now we're just going to get back into the third nail, which, as I said, is a horseshoe. I'm putting in the gold glitter to replicate gold coins, and then I'm going to draw the horseshoe around it. And I'm just going to use various shades of orange and gold, some yellow to give it some depth, make it look 3D, and that's going to complete the third nail. So I did, I believe, mess up on this nail. I had intended to use, I think it's this nail, I had intended to use Pistachio, and I think I started off with Keep Palm, and then for the second coat I pulled the wrong polish and ended up switching it to Pistachio. So in the end I wound up with the color that I wanted, but I started off with the wrong one. So anyway, I wanted to do a true riff on a French tip. So I started off with Perfect White and gave that a full cure, but I also wanted to do the belt buckle, like you would see on a gnome or a an elf. But I decided to lay it across the midsection of the nail, and it gave it kind of a ballet feel to it, which was kind of cool. But it also kind of gave it like a Santa Claus feel to it, which was kind of weird. But ultimately, I kind of really liked the way it turned out. And I didn't want to put black in it, so I just used gold. And then I went in and I kind of did a double accent on the French tip with gold as well. So this one's really simple and straightforward. Trying to mix a little bit of the more detailed nails with some more minimalistic, so that there's a little something for everyone. So it's basically just a standard French tip. I did also go over it with a little bit of a glitter to give it that pop. I find it's very rare lately where I can do just a flat color nail. I don't know what it is. Glitter is never something that I've really been very big on before I really started getting into nail art on my own. But I find that I really can't do a manicure these days without a little bit of glitter coming through. I think it just adds a little something extra to the nail, makes it a little special, and especially since we're going into, these are specifically for our holiday, I think the extra pomp and circumstances warranted, and it really gives it a little more shine and makes it look a little bit more special. So I was running out of ideas. I wanted a fifth nail and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I started out with an all over gold gel paint by Madame Glam. And then I just did really thin layers because gel paint is a lot thicker than regular gel polish. And I wanted to make sure that it cured well. So I did 2 really thin coats. And then I'm just going in and doing another clover. This one is a 3-leaf clover, and I actually pulled up some iconography and kind of like clip art images to try to get some ideas of what I wanted to do. And this one had a nice kind of like a curly Q pattern on the inside, making it a little different. So I tried to replicate that as best as I could. And yeah, that's basically all this nail is. It's another clover. I did put another gem in the center of it when it was done. And that's really it. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. All information for products I used will be in the description box below. Please give me a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos drop, and I will see you in the next video.